Okay. So, guys, today's lesson is actually pretty, there's only one thing. There's actually only one thing that you need to know for today's lesson. So it's pretty straightforward. The beginning of this lesson is more like a review of some things we talked about last week. And then the second half is actually the new stuff, the stuff you need to know for this lesson, okay? All right, so a little bit of a review. 4 principles of experimental design. One thing we talked about was direct control, where everybody has the same. So like that right hand homework question, everybody use their right hand. So that is direct control. Everybody use the same hand. Random assignment, very important. All right, you want to try to equalize the effects of any unknown extraneous variables. So random assignment, like we saw with bias, does a good job kind of spreading it out. Replication, okay? You got to have more than one person in each treatment group. So for example, I can't just put Julia in a 65-degree room and Jillian in a 75-degree room, have them each take a test and then compare just their tests, right? You can't just have one person compared to the other, and that's not going to give you any information. All right, so replication, you have multiple people in each treatment group. All right, and then blocking. So blocking also helps with extraneous variables. So like the example we had from last week about the temperatures in the classroom, we had 5 different teachers. So we created 5 blocks, and then we did all treatments within each block, okay? So then that is blocking, so that teacher doesn't become a confounding variable. So blocking is useful, but you don't always have to use it, all right? It's only useful if you need it. So it depends on the situation. Okay, so to kind of like summarize that and to kind of organize it a little bit, just remember that extraneous variables is what a good experiment designer takes into account, and there's like strategies to deal with extraneous variables to keep it from confounding, right? That's the goal, to keep extraneous variables from becoming confounding. So for variables that we do know about, we want to use either direct control or blocking, right? So those are the 2 strategies we have to deal with extraneous variables that we know about. And the ones we don't know about, we use random assignment. Okay, we use random assignment, and that again hopefully equalizes out the effects of those extraneous variables into all the treatment groups. Okay, so that's a quick review of what some of the things we talked about last week. So let's go into our new stuff for today, which is experiment design diagrams. All right, so you can flip to the back of your notes. And here we have an experimental design diagram, like a very basic one for you guys. The first block is experimental units, like who's in your study. We use random assignment to go into treatment groups, and then we compare a response variable at the end. All right, so this is kind of like your basic design diagram and how it looks like. Okay, so you guys are gonna draw a few of these. So if you wanna keep like a neat, notes and stuff, feel free to grab a ruler or a straight edge, because we'll be drawing these like boxes and arrows and stuff. So go ahead and grab a straight edge if you think that will help. Okay, so before we go into the turkey example, I just want to show you guys how it would look like with the temperature of the classroom experiment, okay? So I know there's a little bit of room to the right for your notes, so feel free to draw this along with me. Oops, not that. All right, so the first thing you're gonna draw is, ooh, let's not make that yellow, a box. And this represents all your experimental units or subjects. So do you guys remember who was in that experiment from last week? The temperature of the classroom example. Who were we experimenting on? Do you guys remember? I know it was a little.
Students.
Yeah, we're experimenting on those calc students, right? So then we have calc students. Nice. And oh, I think there were like 10 courses, so 10 classes of calc students, if I remember that correctly. Okay, so then that's going to be in my first box. All right, so those are all the subjects. And then next, I have two treatments. So I'm going to have two arrows going out. And I'm going to randomly assign, so random assignment over those two arrows. So random assignment. Oops. Come on. There. All right, so random assignment. And then I had those two treatments. So one was 65 degrees. And then one classroom was 75 degrees. And those are my two treatment groups. All right, and then at the end, I'm going to compare these two groups, and I'm going to compare test scores or calc test scores as my response variable. Okay, so that is what that experiment diagram will look like. Okay, and notice it's really nice because you can see the entire experiment and how it flows from left to right. And you can even just run the experiment just from looking at this diagram. You don't need too many or too much back information behind this to know how to run this experiment. So it's pretty useful. All right, let me take a pause. Any questions? Okay. If not, let me go ahead and show a couple more examples before I have you guys practice with this turkey example. Okay. All right, so let me switch back. Okay, so here's some examples from your book. So your book, this was the problem, and no background information. You can kind of still see what the experiment's about. You can see that you have your 128 children. You have random assignment to two treatment groups. One where the teacher teaches with hand gestures, and then another teacher who teaches without hand gestures. Or maybe it's the same teacher for direct control. So method without hand gesture. Oh, don't worry about this column. I know your, sorry. Your textbook has this one, but I wouldn't worry about this column right here. So don't worry about that one. Go straight to compare. All right, so you're gonna compare how many problems they got correct and see which group did better, the hand gestures group or the non-hand gestures group, to see which teaching method is better. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. With this next one, oops, oh, sorry, I don't want to draw anymore. There we go. All right. So this next one, it looks a lot more complicated, but this one is actually just showing what it looks like when you incorporate blocking into your experimental design. Okay, so in the same problem, this time they created blocks because they thought gender could be an extraneous variable in terms of that girls and boys learn differently. All right, so then they had the 128 children. They made blocks with the gender, so 81 girls and 47 boys. Notice that, by the way, they don't have the same number of boys and girls. That's okay, right? You have what you have. So we have the 81 girls and 47 boys, totally fine. And then we use random assignment, and we did the entire experiment within the blocks, right? So with hand gestures without, compare at the end, with hand gestures without, compare at the end, and then compare all together at the very end. All right, so this is what it looks like with blocking. And again, you do not need this column for me. So you don't need to worry about that one for your homework. Okay. All right, any questions before I have you guys try it? Okay, let's do it. Here we go. So let me get a reader for our turkey example. And Nathan, I'm going to have you read our turkey example, okay? So go ahead and read it out.
Turkeys raised commercially for food are often fed the antibiotic salinomycin to prevent infections from spreading among the birds. However, salinomycin can damage the bird's internal organs, especially the pancreas. A researcher believes that a combination of selenium and vitamin E in the bird's diet may prevent injury. He wants to explore the effects of two different dosages of selenium, call them S1, S2, in combination with any of three different dosages of vitamin E, call them E1, E2, E3, added to the turkey's diets. There are 48 turkeys available for the study. At the end of the study, the birds will be killed and the condition of their pancreases examined with a microscope.
All right, thank you, Nathan. Yeah, it sounds really sad. We're gonna kill these turkeys, but it's for the good of the whole. So hopefully, feeling not too bad. Okay, so the question is, part A, how many treatments are there in this experiment? What do you guys think? Go ahead and you can like unmute yourself. How many treatment groups are we gonna need for this experiment?
6.
I heard 6. Yes, good. And Annie, how did you get 6?
Oh, that I did not get 6.
Oh, sorry. I thought. Who said 6?
I did.
Oh, Clarissa. Okay, Clarissa, how did you get 6? Good job.
For the amount of possible combinations of selenium and vitamin E dosages.
Good. Yeah, there's 2 selenium. There's 3 vitamin E. So 2 times 3 gives you 6. So we have 6 treatment groups. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and see how this diagram will look like in part B. Okay, so we got our first box. Okay, let's see. Amanda, what should go in that first box?
48 turkeys.
Yeah, 48 turkeys. Good. Okay, so those are our subjects. And from there, Ethan, how many arrows should I draw out of this box?
How many arrows should I draw out of this box?
How many arrows should I draw coming out of this box?
Like 48.
Whoa, no, I don't need 48. How many treatments are there?
How many treatments are there? About like 12.
No, Clarissa just said it. Clarissa, help him out. How many were there again?
6.
6. All
6.
right, so we're gonna have 6 arrows coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 and 6. Okay, so go ahead and draw 6 rectangles for each treatment. And, ooh, what do I need to write on those arrows? Katrina, what do I need to write on those arrows?
Random assignment.
Good, yes, random assignment. All right. Okay, so random assignment to these treatments. And what should those treatments be? Jillian, help me out with the treatments. What do you think those treatments should be?
It should be, I mean, it's the combination of all of them. So we can do S1 with E1.
Good.
And then S1 with E2.
Uh-huh.
S1 with E3.
Good.
And then S2 with E1.
Good.
And then S2 with E2 and S2 with E3.
Great job. Nice. All right, so those are our treatments. Good. Okay. And then let's draw all these arrows back. And our final box, let's go to Julia. Julia, at the end, what should we do right here in this box?
Are we gonna we're gonna check the condition of their pancreas? Sorry.
Perfect.
You reread the thing.
No problem. Compare pancreas condition amongst all those turkeys. Okay, and that is it. All right, that is your first experiment design diagram. Good job. All right, any questions on that? Okay, all right, let's do our last one. Let's do part C. Annie, can you read the last part for us? It is later learned.
It is later learned that 32 of the turkeys come from King's Turkey Farm in New Jersey, and the other 6 come from Roman's Turkey Farm in Massachusetts. You think that the farm where the turkey was raised may affect pancreas health outlined in diagram from an improved design for this experiment.
Good. All right, thank you, Annie. All right, so now we need to do a block design. Okay. So, I'm gonna see if this will work. This hasn't worked super well in my other classes, I'll be honest, but we'll see if, maybe this class is it. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna have you guys help me out. So, let me ask, Winter. Okay, Winter, you're gonna help me try this first, okay? Go to view options on your computer. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Go down to annotate. Do you have that option?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. Go ahead and click that. And then click the box and see if you can type in the box for me.
Okay.
And type in the subjects, like what should be in that first box.
The turkeys.
Nice, yeah, so the 48 turkeys. Go ahead and try that. Type in 48 turkeys.
Okay. Download. There we go. Can you see that?
I do not see that.
Oh, yeah. Maybe if um, maybe if I click.
I saw your name for a quick second, but then nothing came. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh,
yeah.
there you go. I have to tap out. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that worked. Sweet. Okay, so 48 turkeys. Next, how many arrows should come out of that box? Let's go to Brendan. How many arrows should come out of that box if we're blocking?
2.
Good. All right.
Yeah, 2.
2. So Brendan, go ahead and type in the 2 boxes. What should go in those 2 boxes?
The 2 boxes should be 32 New Jersey turkeys and 16 Massachusetts turkeys.
Nice. Okay. Well, that actually is faster if I just type it for you, huh? So I'm going to just say the name of the farm. So I'm going to say from Hink's Turkey Farm. Okay. And then this one is the Massachusetts ones from Raymond's Turkey. Nice. All right. So that is our blocking. Sweet. Okay, let's see. Kathleen, how many arrows should I draw from my first box here from Hink's Turkey Farm?
6.
Nice, yes, 6. So we need all those treatments. Oops, from this one. Good job, Kathleen. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's trying to come out. 6. All right, and then do the same for Raymond's. Six. All right, and put those boxes there. Ooh, running out of space. Okay. And I'm going to call on people to fill in these boxes. So remember, if I call on you, you click View Options and then click the Annotate button, and you should be able to type into these boxes. Okay, so pretty much everybody's going to get called because there's 12 people and there are 12 boxes. So here we go. Clarissa, I'm going to have you on box 1. Brendan, box 2. Amanda, box 3. Kathleen, box 4. Nathan, box 5. Winter, box 6. Ethan, box 7, this one. Julia, box 8. Jillian, box 9. Katrina, box 10. Annie, box 11. And Zoe, the last one, box 12. All right, go ahead and click View Options, hit Annotate, and then type in for your box. I'm hoping that would make this go faster than me just typing it in.
Wait, excuse me. How do I type on these boxes?
Again,
What button do I have to press?
click View Options, go down to
View.
Annotate, and that should do it. You should
Wait,
see
view
that-
options is add where would that be? I can't seem to find it.
oh, can somebody say, because I actually don't see what you're seeing, so can somebody explain where that is? Let's see. Zoe, can you explain? I just saw you type in. Zoe, can you explain where to get how you can type it in?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay. So basically, you go to view option and then there's annotate, right? So on the top, there's like a bar saying mouse, text, draw, stamp and stuff. So you just press text and it will just show, basically.
Where's the view options? Where do you see that?
Oh, the view option is on the really top where you can see recording. Wait, I mean, actually in the middle. I can't really see it now because all I see is the bar. But basically on the screen is on the really top, and then there's just a view option. Like you can just see the view option.
Okay.
Oh, let me see if I can screenshot. Wait.
It's like where the it says you are viewing Mrs. Leong's
Yeah.
screen. And next to that says view options. And it's
Yeah,
green.
next to the green part.
Does that help, Ethan?
Yeah, I found it. I'm currently typing right now. Thank you.
Nice. Thanks. Thanks, Zoe. Thanks, Winter.
There's some problem with mine because I shrink the space too small, so it just squeezed with the with the answer under that. Yeah.
Is it this one?
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Thank you.
No worries. I got you, Katrina. I know these boxes are super small. I'll try to move these for you guys. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna move.
Also, yeah, I have options, but I don't have view options.
Oh, weird. So you can't type in?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Thanks, Ethan. I'm gonna move yours up here. Okay, no worries. Brendan, what do you want me to type for you?
S1E2.
Nice. Okay, and then this one actually is also S1E2. That's convenient. All right, sweet. Good job, team. I think that is all correct. Yes, awesome. Okay, so let's now draw a bunch more arrows and get all 6 of these, not 12, by the way, all 6 into one box. If you guys did all 12 into one box, then you kind of lost the purpose of blocking in the first place. So you want to make sure you keep just the 6 in the Hinks turkey farm first. And we're going to compare pancreas conditions amongst all those turkeys within just Hinks farm. And then, ooh, I wonder if I can do this. Can I select all of this? Oh no. I was gonna copy and paste it. Oh, darn it. Okay, never mind. Draw all 6 arrows. Going to another box for Raymond's farm. Compare pancreas conditions. All right, so remember, compare within the box first, and that way you can see. And then at the end, we can compare all the turkeys together. So compare pancreas condition for all turkeys. All right, so hopefully That makes sense on how to do an experimental design diagram for with blocking. Oh, okay. So looking over this, I know I'm missing something. What am I missing?
The words over the arrows.
Good. Do you remember what words those were, Brendan?
Blocking and random assignment.
Yeah. Don't worry about writing blocking. I know the textbook does it, but I think it's assumed blocking when you draw it. So actually, you just need random assignment written over some of these arrows. So now the question is, which set of arrows? Where should I put random assignment? What do you guys think? Where should I put this? Anyone? First set, second set?
After in the second set.
Second set. There it is. Good. Awesome. Some people think the first set. That is incorrect because you are not randomly assigning the turkeys to which farm they go to. No, the turkeys come from their farms. You're randomly assigning what treatment groups the turkeys are getting. So the second set. Good. So easy thing to remember, it's always right before the treatments. It's always right before the treatments. Okay. All right, guys. Great job. Any questions?